Picking 20 is never easy, you know, when you've got a captive audience of domestic players, but drilling down to the 20, you know, there's some good players out there, and there's a number of players on the fringe who've just missed out. So unfortunate for them, but they still have an opportunity to build back up. Yeah, so what we look at is Test cricket, one-day cricket and T20s. So future value of players, looking out 12 months. Also assessing what they've done in the last season as well, and previous seasons, you know, consistency of play, and also what we think they're likely to do in each of those formats. Test cricket is rated as 2 to 1, so you get double the value if you're rated in Test cricket compared to one-day cricket and T20. And then, you know, if you've just in Test cricket, for example, you obviously probably get a higher weighting than what you would do in, say, just a one-day or a T20. Well, there's only one from the West Indies tour looking forward over the next 12 months. We've given guys an opportunity to actually get out there and you know, make a statement to us. There's 4 or 5 players in the domestic comp at the moment who've got some good numbers alongside their names, and we really want them to, you know, put their hands up and say, pick me, because, you know, we've had some, you know, a bit of a struggle at the top in the last couple of series. And we're given, you know, the guys like Hamish and Fultz an opportunity to go back to domestic cricket and, you know, prove to us that, you know, are they worthy of being reconsidered or recalled to the team. So if you're not on contract, it doesn't preclude you from getting selected again. Yeah, the A side is important for us. We, you know, we've got a lot of players on that who are, again, on the fringe. We've got the World Cup coming up. We'll be looking at players who, you know, just recently hadn't had an opportunity to play for the BLACKCAPS, and so the A Tour for them will be a great opportunity to play perhaps the way the BLACKCAPS do. So the game plans will be similar to what Mike and the team, you know, base their games around, and hopefully, you know, they come through that, and if they're ever called upon to play for the BLACKCAPS, the step up won't be too great. Dan is still on the radar. He opted to not be considered for a contract, which freed one up for us, which was kind of him in a way. But also it gives us the opportunity to consider him from, you know, as a future player. He's bowled a lot of overs in the IPL as a coach over there, a lot of net bowling, I presume. He's playing in the Caribbean League, playing in the Big Bash, and by all accounts we hear his fitness is good, and subject to form and his fitness, he'll be considered for selection. Oh, Matt's a very good player. You know, he's played well in domestic cricket. He bowls with a bit of heat, swings the ball. He's a very talented player. So looking out 12 months, we expect a lot from him, and as well as Adam Milne as well. So these two young Turks, if you like, are both pretty handy, pretty slippery, and we're expecting big things from them. Yeah, look, Jimmy and Tom are good examples of guys who have bridged the gap. And if you look at what Jimmy's done in the last couple of series, you know, against India, had a good series against them, turned up in the West Indies and got an opportunity when Corey was injured and took it, and certainly bridged the gap. And he's played extremely well. And the other player too, we shouldn't forget, is Mark Craig. You know, he wasn't the first pick, it was Jeetan Patel, and Jeetan pulled out for personal reasons, and Mark took his opportunity and embraced it, and like he'd been there before, and got wickets, also got runs, hit a 6 off the first ball in Test cricket. Oh look, there's only 20 players that can get contracts. The rest of the guys will have contracts with their major associations. They'll be working hard as a group. They'll be looking to get into the BLACKCAPS. You know, if they seriously after a BLACKCAP spot, they just need to perform well, and we'll consider them outside of contract, and they could still play for the BLACKCAPS. So, yeah, never give up hope, and just prove to us that they're worthy of selection, and take that opportunity looking forward.